There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right, what's up, everybody? What's going on? My name is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about travel tripods. Primarily two different travel tripods that I picked up recently. The Manfrotto Element Small, thing's tiny, and then the Primaphoto Traveler Tripod Big. So as you can see here, there's a little bit of a size difference, and I just want to talk about, just for a second, the differences between the two. So I'm going to jump to my laptop and show you what I'm looking at right now. So on the left, you have the Primaphoto Travel Tripod Small, and on the right, you have the Manfrotto, I'm going to change that over, Manfrotto Element Travel Tripod Small. As you can see, they're both pretty much the exact same, and I'm going to link both of these down in the description so you can look at this yourself. The only difference between the two is that the Primaphoto is slightly more expensive than the Manfrotto. I don't know why it's not letting me go all the way over. So the Primaphoto and the Manfrotto basically make the same tripod. They make the big version and then they make the small version. And as you can see, the small tripods are the same, and then the big tripods are pretty much the same. So we'll go to the Primaphoto is on the left, and the Manfrotto Element Big is on the right. They have the same load capacity. The Manfrotto can extend a little bit higher than the Primaphoto. I don't know if that's a big deal to you. It's not really a big deal to me. The big thing for the big thing for the large version of the tripod is that it has a load capacity of almost 18 pounds. Now, I don't have an 18-pound camera, but as you can see, well, this thing is inverted right now, but it has a hook down here to hang a bag on. This is the small version, and it can only hold 8 pounds. So that's not a big problem. I don't anticipate that being a huge problem down the road, but it's just nice to know that if it's a windy day, I can throw a pretty hefty-sized bag on this to keep my camera from moving around. Now, I know I'm not comparing the two similar model tripods. I'm comparing the big version of Primaphoto to the little version, the small version of Manfrotto. And so I'm not comparing apples to apples, but the build quality is exactly the same. I mean, you can see they have the exact same twisting legs, twist lock legs. They both invert on themselves. Like, the construction is identical, and I've actually read some reports that Primaphoto is owned by Manfrotto. I don't know if that's true or not, but Primaphoto is actually a little bit more expensive than Manfrotto. Now, why I wanted to make this video, specifically, this is the point. I bought my Manfrotto, I bought the small one, the small version, a few weeks before I found out about Primaphoto. I bought it was $114 online, and I have no regrets. I love the thing. I've taken it backpacking. It's small, it's super light, it folds out to a decent size, it holds my camera super steady. Like, there's nothing that would change about it. A few weeks later, I was on B&H Photo and Video's website, and I came across the deal of the day, and this was one of the deals of the day. This was $59 when I bought it. It's usually $130. So what I'm trying to say is that I see the Primaphoto going on sale more often than the Manfrotto. And, like, I know for me, I was like, is Primaphoto a good brand? I don't know. I've never heard of them before. I know Manfrotto is, like, a great tripod manufacturer. And I just figured, like, it's worth taking a chance. It's on sale. It's like half off right now. Why not give it a shot? And I did, and I love it. And I just want to share that information with you guys, that if you come across the Primaphoto, big or small, and you find it on sale for cheaper than the Manfrotto, I would say definitely go for it. So there's my little spiel. Now, to get into the size comparisons, these both flip. They're both folded inverted. They both fold up inverted on each other, so you have to fold the legs out. These two tripods fold out. The biggest difference, so how am I going to do this? So these two tripods, this is the size difference when I have them resting on my chair. The size difference when they're folded, or when they're unfolded on the lowest height. Now, the Manfrotto, it can't go any lower than this, but it can extend up through the vertical column. Like, you can't lower this portion of it. That being said, the Primaphoto can be lowered. So when it's fully opened, when it's open to the highest setting, you can get a lower version. You can get lower with the Primaphoto. Or when I say Primaphoto, I mean the big version of either the Manfrotto or the Primaphoto, because the big versions of the two are the same. So the minimum height is, obviously, you're going to be able to get lower with this simply because this column here is shorter. One last thing that I want to talk about comparing the two tripods is that while they're the same in just about everything else, this one, as you can see, this one has a foam grip on one of the legs. And the reason why, and you can see there's a little lock and unlock sticker right there. And it's cool because you can actually twist this leg off. So obviously if you're using it as a monopod, you can't use it as a tripod. The head twists off. You can see you can screw this in to there. And it takes some finagling, if that's a word. It takes some adjusting. Sometimes if you have it twisted the wrong way, it won't fit in and stuff. But yeah, so you have a monopod. One of the biggest advantages that I find of having a tripod that converts to a monopod is that you always have something to connect a gimbal to. I'm going to do a tutorial video on this later, but using the lock mode, you can get really cool slider shots, crane and dolly zooms and stuff like that, all using this as a little bit extra leverage. One last thing for the video is that you can remove this rubber cap and replace it with a steel foot if you're going to be doing outdoor photography. That's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. If you want to leave any comments or suggestions down below, I'd appreciate that. I would like to make this channel into a tutorial slash creative content space, somewhere that I can share videos that I've made, and also where I can share tips and tricks that I've learned along the way with you. So if you have anything that you would like to learn specifically, please let me know and I'll try to work on it. I can tell you that the next video that I'm going to be working on is some sort of tutorial involving gimbals, what the best settings are, some techniques that I use when filming, and just something along those lines. So like I said, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next video.